Independent retail business can mean so many things these days. A brick and mortar store, an e-commerce business, a maker's online shop, a booth at an antique mall, and more. No matter which category you're in, Kathy Cruz, a fellow retail business owner and retail educator, will teach you how to market and manage your business efficiently so you can spend time doing other things you love. Welcome to the Savvy Shopkeeper Podcast.
Welcome to episode 30 of the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. Work less, profit more. I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. My intention for this episode is to share how and why I became more focused with my mission and intention for Savvy Shopkeeper, and how I determined my new tagline would be work less, profit more. In episode 29, I talked about how many of us are resetting our businesses right now, and that includes me, so I want to share my own process for getting to this point. First, let's start off with the shopkeeper shout out, and this review was super simple and I don't know who left it, but they just titled it "Thank You" with an exclamation point, and they said, "Loved your encouraging words, just what we all need now." I think this review was left while I was publishing the Boss Up Minisode series. Those short 5-minute episodes were published during the pandemic when most of our stores were closed. As hard as this time was and has been, I felt it was important to keep shopkeepers motivated, including myself. So for those of you that appreciated those short little episodes, I really enjoyed recording them. I'm so happy to know it was helpful to you. The reviewer didn't leave a shop name, but I want to say thank you. I'm so happy you found the episodes and particularly my words encouraging. And if you want to contact me and let me know who you are, I would love to know. Let's get started on episode 30. I can't believe it's 30. A while back, I added a wallpaper on my cell phone, and the words on the wallpaper said, "My intention is my superpower." This wallpaper has been on my phone for months. I look at it every day. I have to admit, though, that I knew the words resonated with me, but I didn't know why, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do with it. And maybe once every couple weeks, I would look at it and still struggle with, why did I put this on my phone? I still didn't know why I put it on my phone. I'm constantly reading, educating myself, and I've learned that I also have to invest in myself so that I can learn and grow as an entrepreneur. And not only am I running the brick and mortar store with my sister, but I'm also running Savvy Shopkeeper. And Savvy Shopkeeper is an online service-based business, and it's quite different from running a brick and mortar store. So I joined a business mastermind. I think it's important that if I tell other shopkeepers to invest in themselves so that they can improve their businesses, I need to practice what I preach and invest in myself too. It wasn't until I joined this mastermind that I realized how much mindset work I needed to do. During the pandemic and while trying to keep my own store in survival mode, shifting to changes in my own home and schedule, quickly trying to offer helpful resources to shopkeepers during such a crazy time, I realized that I was just spread way too thin. You see, I left a nearly 20-year career to go all in on entrepreneurship. And this was, I guess, 2.5 years ago. I jumped in with both feet, but never really took the time to get focused. Well, the pandemic hit, and for many reasons, I think this broke me down, and it forced me to take a hard look at both of my businesses. Maybe this has happened to you too. I realized that in my effort to serve all types of shopkeepers, I was speaking to makers and wholesalers and e-commerce business owners, brick and mortar store owners. I really wasn't serving any of you really well. I know from feedback that my resources have been helpful, and I've done this for a couple of years, where I had checklists and helpful tools and a blog and all of these things. But in order to be the most effective educator and consultant I can be while still running another business, I want to savor my time with family and friends too. And I want to take care of myself. So I think it became really necessary for me to get more focused. My intention has always been to help brick and mortar store owners become more efficient with their time and pay themselves. But most likely because I was doing all the things, and I saying that in quotes, and trying to help every type of shopkeeper on every aspect of their business, I couldn't see I couldn't see that really clearly. I couldn't see what my intention was really clearly. And when I finally sat back to think about this, I realized that the one thing shopkeepers in my community often ask me or compliment me on, but the one thing that they ask me is, how do you run two businesses? Like, how do you find the time to do it all and profit and pay yourself at the same time? And I was suddenly smacked with my reality. My superpower is setting up systems and processes in a retail business in order to maximize time management, all while focusing on the financials so that I could pay myself. To put it simply, work less, profit more was a huge aha moment. My intention and my superpowers finally hit me. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, two reasons. I don't want to mislead anyone about where my focus is now with the Savvy Shopkeeper business and who I am speaking to. And I will say that a lot of the content I will create in the future will probably still be helpful to a variety of shopkeepers, the makers, the online boutique owners, the Etsy shop owners. And I love this, but I will be focusing on those who run brick and mortar businesses. Specifically the brick and mortar business owners who want to work less and profit more. And this was a really tough decision, just so you know. For all of you who have been on this journey with me, who own Etsy shops, who are makers and sell wholesale to brick and mortar store owners, it was really hard for me to come to this decision. The new sponsor for this podcast is the Shopkeepers Academy. Tell me if you can relate to this as a shopkeeper. You crave sisterhood from other retail shop owners going through the same thing. You desperately search online for tools or education that will help you get ahead as a business owner, but Google is exhausting because you're busy running a business. And when you do find resources online, it isn't tailored to your type of business, an independent retail store. You need the guidance of lessons and information that empower you to keep your business afloat, or better yet, thriving in this stressful world. That's where the Shopkeepers Academy comes in. The Shopkeepers Academy is an online platform that was built specifically for independent retail business owners. It's a one-stop shop to sign up for education and community. Whether you want to grab an affordable ebook like a 9-page shipping guide, or get access to a comprehensive list of lessons by subscribing to the Shopkeepers Learning Lab, or if you want to join Master Shopkeepers, and that's a paid mastermind group of brick and mortar store owners, you'll know that every option in the Academy was designed for you, the independent retail business owner. I want to help all brick and mortar retailers work less and profit more. Is this what you want too? Visit shopkeepersacademy.com for more information. And then the second reason I want to tell all of you this is that I think most business owners can learn from the process I went through. If you're feeling spread too thin and your instinct is telling you that maybe you're casting too wide of a net in your own business, then take the time to do this type of business resetting work. You know, I love to give examples, so let me give you a brick and mortar example of the process that I just went through. There's a member of Master Shopkeepers who has been doing some amazing work on her own business and mindset over the past 6 months. This particular member, she watches all of the lessons in the Shopkeepers Academy. She's constantly asking questions in the group. I mean, you can tell she is on a mission to be the best business owner she can be, while doing her own version of work less, profit more kind of work. She's identified that within her own business, offering custom monogramming isn't a good use of her time, and it just isn't profitable enough. She made the tough decision to cut the service from her business. Now, it doesn't mean, I want to say this, it doesn't mean that custom monogramming isn't a good service to offer. I'm not suggesting that at all. But for her particular business, which thrives and profits much more off of other products and offerings, it just didn't make sense for her business anymore. I can tell it was also a tough decision for her. She's worried about what her customers will say and think. She doesn't want to upset anyone. And she's not looking forward to explaining it to the customers who will still walk into her store looking for that type of service. But she's moving forward with eliminating this from her business, and I'm really proud of her for doing it. As business owners, we sometimes want to please and serve everyone. Obviously, I get it. At the beginning of this episode, I mentioned that when you're spread thin as a business owner, you're most likely not serving your customers well. But I want to add that I also wasn't serving myself well, and maybe you're doing the same thing. I teach women and business owners in general to charge what they are worth. I had a client who was taking on customers or custom orders without charging a design fee. I told her that her time designing for that particular customer was worth something, not just the order they were placing with her, but if they were asking her for new custom designs, that was also her time that she needed to be compensated for. She now charges a design fee and was surprised that people would be willing to pay for it, but they do. And she realizes the value in teaching customers that her expertise isn't free and comes with a price. I have other clients who don't realize that one of the reasons they aren't profiting is because they're not marking up their products enough. They're afraid people won't shop with them if their merchandise isn't priced low. As retailers, we spend a lot of time curating, sourcing, merchandising, providing excellent customer service, creating beautiful spaces and experiences for our customers. This is all worth something, so price it accordingly. As women, we tend to be givers. Man, do I know about this. But I didn't realize how much I was giving away. With Savvy Shopkeeper, really. My time, my effort, my energy, my resources, all of it. Ironically, I don't do this in my brick and mortar business, and I certainly don't teach other women business owners to give so much away. If anything, I tell them to do the opposite. That's why this was also interesting to me. This episode feels so very vulnerable, but I think it's important for me to share this journey with you. My final message to you as a business owner, and I guess to myself, is that our expertise, our services, our offerings, our energy, our time, our effort, it's all worth something. Don't dismiss it. Don't devalue it. Don't give it all away. I see many shopkeepers working way too much and profiting too little. Moving forward, my core focus and mission is to teach you how to work less and profit more. If you want to share feedback on today's episode or any episode, please know that I like hearing from you. You can follow me and DM me at Savvy Shopkeeper, and that's 2 V's, SAVVY, Shopkeeper on Instagram. If you want to see the show notes to this episode or find links to anything that I mentioned, you can always find this information on my blog. And for this particular episode, it'll be savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 30, savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 30. If you feel this episode could help a friend or someone you know, please share it. I know I've said this in quite a few of the recent episodes, but I feel like if you share it, if I share it more, we'll reach so many other shopkeepers, and I think it could be really helpful to them. And the Apple Podcast app, it's kind of like social media. The more engagement I get it, and those are ratings, reviews, shares, the more Apple will show it to other retailers looking for similar podcasts. So thank you so much for listening. I really look forward to the rest of this season. Until the next episode, be savvy and boss up.